Hi everyone, welcome back to another Wednesday instalment on ASD by the Sea. So Wednesdays, as if you have watched the previous video, you will know that Wednesdays are now our About Max series. It started last week on Wednesday. Oh my goodness, it was emotional. I don't think I realised quite how many people I would impact by sharing our story. We have had so many messages, comments, and just so much love from everyone. So thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. It was never intended to be a kind of like sob story, violin story. It's just our story. But we really appreciate every single one of you that has reached out to us, so thank you so much. Today's video is all about Max's assessment day, the day we found out he was autistic. Thank you so much for watching. We have now decided to do 3 videos every week. We have so much content for you, and we can't seem to fit it all in, and weeks were going past and we were missing things out, so we've decided to add an extra day. So there's now going to be Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, all at 7 AM UK time. Please do subscribe if you don't already, and you will be notified when those videos are up. And if you are already a subscriber, or if you're not already a subscriber, also click the notification bell. It's a little bell symbol that's right next to the subscribe button, and even if you're a subscriber, apparently you're not notified properly about all of the videos when they first come out unless you click the bell. Who knew? So make sure you subscribe and click the bell. Doesn't cost you anything, and you'll just be notified when our new videos are up. So on the assessment day, Max went in, and there were 3 adults in the room. One was the paediatrician who we see all the time, and 2 other people. As we walked in, the paediatrician said to us, "Don't answer anything that we ask Max. Just sit back, try not to say anything or do anything, and let Max kind of do what we ask him to do." And I thought that was a really fair thing to do, because it then gives a true reflection of everything that he was doing himself. So we went into the room, and there were the 3 people there, and there were lots of toys and things around. Straight away we sat down, and Max just made a beeline straight for Jake and sat on his lap. These people are trained professionals, so they obviously knew that was where he felt most comfortable, and they just allowed him to stay there whilst they asked him a few questions. I honestly can't remember what they were, but a few different questions about himself, what he liked, and then they tried to get him to do a couple of these tasks on the table. So there were things like they wanted him to put a dolly into bed and cover it up with a blanket. They wanted him to blow some bubbles and then pop them. They wanted him to build a tower with building blocks, and I think there was something else, but I can't remember. I think maybe it was to look at a book, and then they were asking him these questions as well. We absolutely stayed silent the whole time, as we were asked to. And after probably 20 minutes, the assessment was over and we were asked to go and wait in the waiting room. So we did. We were probably in the waiting room for 10 minutes, if that. It didn't seem like very long, but it was very painful to wait and hear what they were going to say. I felt that Max did himself justice, if that's the right thing to say, in that room. He gave a really clear kind of picture of what he's like, and I think it was probably quite perfect. I'm sure, just like kids who do exams, I'm sure that there are some children who have a really good day or a really bad day on these assessment days, and it doesn't probably give a true picture of just, you know, what they're like. But I think Max was absolutely spot on that day, so I was really pleased that whatever the outcome, it would be a true outcome of what Max is like. So we were asked to go back into the room, so we walked in and there were then 4 people in the room, whereas before there had only been 3. And we were advised that the 4th person had been there all along. They were behind a screen, like a one-way mirror, two-way mirror, in a separate tiny little room. There was a window that looked like a mirror, but they could see through, kind of like in a police interrogation room. And they had been assessing the entire assessment behind closed doors, so that they would have no contact, or there wouldn't be any, you know, they were assessing everything basically in the room. And so that was bizarre. So the 4 people were in the room, and it was quite surreal because when we walked back in, they were all smiling and ready to talk to us. Whereas before, when we'd been in, they were silent and had, you know, kind of poker faces on. You know, they were, the only person talking during the assessment was the paediatrician asking Max questions. The other 2 were completely silent. But when we went back in, straight away they were smiling at us, and they all had like leaflets and things in their hands. We sat down and they didn't beat around the bush. They basically said, from what we've seen today, we think it's quite clear that Max is on the autistic spectrum. And then there was just this pause and we were kind of silent. We kind of expected that that's what they would say. You know, that's why we were there. So I just, you know, nodded and was waiting for them to tell me more. And there was this silence, and then the paediatrician said, you don't seem shocked. And I said, well, no. You know, we've known for a long time now that something isn't quite right. And this was the path that it's led us down. So no, we wasn't shocked, and that was that. So Max was officially diagnosed with ASD. We were given some resources, we were given some leaflets, and a list of groups in the area that meet for different things. A lot of them didn't really relate to Max, but we were advised to go to the next, I can't remember what it was called now. There was a group for parents of newly diagnosed ASD children, and we said, oh, you know, we'll put your name onto the next one. Well, it probably was about 2 months before we even had the invite through, and it was for another couple of months' time, and it was about a half an hour drive away, by which time we kind of had done our own research, so we didn't go. You do get left to deal with it by yourselves, but to be honest, you're dealing with it by yourselves anyway. In the next instalment, it will be all about diagnosis up until now and how we have coped with that and the support that we've had. So if you are new, please subscribe to the channel and you will be notified when that video is up. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please just leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer all of them, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.